Good morning, everyone, and welcome to English 102. My name is Dr. Kristen Winnett, and I'm going to be your professor this semester. I'm a professor here in the English department at the University of Arizona, specifically in the writing program, where I teach a combination of courses in our Foundations writing sequence, of which this is one, professional and technical writing, as well as creative writing. So I'm looking forward to working with you all this semester as we dive into the wonderful and complicated world of writing, get you ready to write in any of your disciplines in your professional lives or in any situation that writing might call for. So I'm glad you all are here, and today this video is just going to be a quick overview of a couple of key things that you probably want to know before you jump into our into the lengthier video, which is going to go into a lot of the information about how to actually go through the course and make sure that you know where everything is. So today we're going to cover three things. We're going to cover how to get notifications anytime an announcement is posted. Announcements are where I'm going to post any updates or any video notes or thoughts about how things are going. I'm also going to show you how to access your textbooks. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to sign up for Eli Review, which is the peer review software that we're going to be using throughout the next 7.5 weeks. So I've got my notebook with my little to-do list. I've got my coffee mug and my computer. So why don't we go ahead and get started and see a little bit more about the course. So if you go to our homepage in our D2L site, you're going to see first a section here called Announcements. Here's where, like I just said, I'm going to be posting lots of information throughout the next 7.5 weeks. So I want you to make sure that you have access to this frequently. One of the ways that you can do that is to subscribe to notifications. So if you click on the drop-down menu here next to Announcements, you can go to the Notifications tab. And here is where you can do a couple of things. You can download the app, which will work with any of your Brightspace or D2L courses, or you can have your email notifications sent here to your Arizona email, or you can register your cell phone number and get text messages, which are also called SMSs. So once you decide, whether or not you want to get your notifications via text message or email, these are the ones that I would recommend clicking if I were you. This first one here, Announcements, new announcements available. That way you will always get an announcement sent to your email, and it will remind you to check our D2L site. You can also do things like if you want to get a notification when an assignment is due, feedback is updated, or whether or not there's been a new post in the discussion thread that you're working on. That's really helpful so that you can respond back to your peers or to me, and you'll remember to go in and check, because sometimes, when you post something, you can kind of forget that you posted it and move on to your day. So this will just remind you that there's a conversation going on. And so once you do that, you can click Save, and that will save your preferences. And that'll be that. So the next thing I wanted to tell you about, the one of the three things on my to-do list for this morning, is to show you where our textbooks are. If you go to the content section, here's where our course is going to basically live. And this is kind of good to know because this is also the first time I'm teaching this course online, so I'm kind of learning it along with you guys. So you'll see a table of contents here, which I will explain in more detail in the next video in terms of how to actually access the syllabus and get to everything. But basically, what you'll want to do to check out your textbooks is go to Course Materials, and then you'll see here the Student's Guide to Foundations Writing, Writer's Help 2.0, and Eli Review. So if you click on Student's Guide to Foundations Writing, this link will take you to our book holder where our digital textbooks are basically held. Think of it like a regular wooden bookcase with the book right there on the shelf. So if you click Preview, it'll open it up and it will take you to our textbook, which, by the way, is written entirely by the University of Arizona Writing Program's faculty and graduate students. So it's a really wonderful resource that's very specific to our program, and you can read about that here. So anytime there's a link in the course to take you to the Student's Guide to Foundations Writing, it's here. You can also access it specifically by going into the link here under our course materials page. The second textbook is Writer's Help 2.0, which is a digital handbook. It's going to have a lot of help for us with grammar, mechanics, and all the kind of nitty-gritty parts of writing. So this textbook is a little bit different in that when you pop it up, it'll bring the home page up for us, and then each of these are the drop-down menus, which I will also be linking to internally in our content as we go through. So, maybe one day we'll be working on writing processes. If you click the drop-down tab, you can see here a sub-tab, Expectations for College Writing, and then you can see here some hyperlinks that will take you even further down the line. So I recommend just kind of playing around with both of these books, getting a feel for them, because if you've never used digital textbooks before, like I had not prior to this year, it can be a little bit confusing at first. The next thing I want to tell you about is Eli Review. Eli Review is, as I mentioned, the program that we are going to be using for peer review. When you click on the link for the first time, it's going to take you to a page that will likely look different from this, because I've already done some work on the back end connecting this. So what I would suggest doing is when you see the sign up page, or it'll say something like sign up or create account or something like that, that's where you'll do that. So if you want to go ahead and sign up, we're not using this for the next week or so, but if you want to go ahead and make your account, that would be great so you don't forget. So that's where all of our course materials, as far as the textbooks are concerned, are going to be. Now next up, I'm going to take you through the actual content for our course. And so just to give you a quick heads up of what that will entail, it's going to be here in the table of contents, and I'm going to walk you through some of our major projects and our syllabus. But for now, I just wanted to kind of give you a quick hello and tell you a little bit about myself, introduce myself, and show you about those textbooks and where to find them. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you're enjoying day one of our course together, and I will talk to you soon.